You've tuned into the Relationship Therapy Podcast with Tony Miller Sr., a podcast designed for couples who are married, couples who are dating, and have marriage in their future. We will guide you to the principles that will make your relationship better. Stick around. You might just learn something that will help your relationship last longer, grow stronger, and become healthier. Now, here's your host, Tony Miller Sr.
Hello, everybody. This is Tony Miller Sr., and welcome to the very first episode of the Relationship Therapy Podcast. I'm just so excited that you're listening to me today as we get ready for Valentine's Day. I know so many of you out shopping, getting that special gift for that significant other in your life. And I just want to say happy Valentine's Day to every single one of you. Now, let me say this. I've got something to talk to you about today. It's called the 5 signs of a good relationship. But before we get started, I want to make this statement. I believe Valentine's Day is a mutual holiday. So women, don't just expect for yourselves to receive, but also pick up something nice for your mate, your man, your significant other. Make sure that it is a mutual thing. Now let's get to the 5 signs of a good relationship. The first sign of a good relationship is that your needs are being met. It's important that both you and your significant other's needs are met. It can never be a one-sided relationship, even when we talk about their needs. Now, immediately you start thinking about what happens when it is one-sided. Well, there becomes drama. It becomes a loss of attention or a loss of affection. And you feel like your significant other is not really caring about you. And so when we talk about needs, the first thing is physical needs. Each of you have physical needs that need to be met. But not only the physical needs need to be met, but the emotional needs. Yes, sometimes when people are going through their feelings, the other person in the relationship does not understand. And we're going to cover that today, something that you can understand to help you with your mate's emotions. But you miss out when you're not there emotionally. You might be there in the relationship, but you're not truly there emotionally. And that could put a lot of weight on you not being in a good relationship. And then the third thing is mentally. You have mental needs also. Sometimes you need great conversation to stimulate the mind, so you need some mental needs met as well. And then the second sign of a good relationship is strong trust in the relationship. Yes, every single relationship needs to have strong trust. You know, a relationship that does not have trust is like a car that has no gas. Yes, you may stay in it. Yes, it may look good, but you're not going anywhere, and you're not progressing, and you're not growing. And anything that does not grow, anything that does not progress or move forward, it always seems to just lay there stagnant. And you don't want a stagnant relationship. So you have to trust one another. Trust means to rely on your mate so that they can make sure that you're safe and secure. In other words, so that when you're away from your mate, you know that you can trust them with your heart. You know that they're going to make decisions that is going to put the relationship first. So strong trust is needed. The third thing of a good sign of a relationship is great communication. Do you have great communication in your relationship? You must be able to relate to each other. I often tell couples, or I ask them, what is the definition of communication? And for the most part, they get it wrong. But communication is taking your thoughts, feelings, or even experiences and sharing them with your significant other or the person that you're trying to get the message across. And you have to share it in a way that your person gets it and understands what you're saying. Because if you're speaking Spanish and your significant other doesn't speak Spanish, that's not communication. But you must relate in a way that they can understand. Don't cause your mate to become a mind reader. That's not what relationships are all about. You have to communicate. As I've heard for the last 33 years with my wife, communication is the key to a strong and healthy relationship. So often your significant other wants to know what's on your mind, what's in your heart, what are you thinking? And it's better for the relationship when you communicate in that relationship. The fourth sign of a good relationship is intimacy. Yeah, intimacy. And I don't just mean sexual intimacy, even though it's important. It's very important into a relationship. But there's more to intimacy than sex. See, when you're intimate with somebody, you're basically saying to them, into me, see. In other words, I'm opening up a door so you can see me, you can understand me. And it gives them a place of saying, I am opening up myself. I'm sharing my thoughts. I'm sharing my feelings. I'm sharing my life experiences. And I'm doing it without uneasiness. In other words, saying that I know that you're able to handle it. And I guarantee you this, the more intimate you are with your significant other, the more you will learn about them. You may even learn about some of the things that happened in their lives previously before you were even on the scene, and how to handle it when those things may flare up in the future. So you got to make sure you're intimate with one another. And the final sign of a good relationship is love must be displayed with action and affection. If there is no action or affection in a relationship, you're just two people rooming together. See, we kick around the word love too much. I love this food. I love that city. I love that television show, or I love that particular player or actor. But love is more than just the word. It must be followed up with action. If you say that you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you have to have love there. And the love must have action. It must be displayed. You must have affection for one another. Because when you don't show action or you don't have affection for somebody, you're sending a dangerous sign to your significant other that you may not care about them. But even worse, you're saying that I may not love you. So please give love. That is the biggest thing that God talks about, is loving one another. So display love, especially on this holiday. Now, my philosophy of love is if you show it and display it every single day of the year in some form or fashion, I believe on Valentine's Day, you don't have to go way out of your way to bring a display of love, because your significant other has seen it throughout the year. I'm not saying don't make something happen for them. I'm not saying don't surprise them with something. What I am saying, if you are loving 365 days of the year with action and affection, then Valentine's Day is just another number that you are with your significant other. Listen, I hope you enjoyed these 5 signs of a good relationship. If some of them hit you or you disagree, contact me. The announcer is going to give the email information. But I hope you have a great Valentine's Day and continue to listen to the Relationship Therapy Podcast. We love you, and we'll see you next week. God bless you.
Thank you for listening to the Relationship Therapy Podcast with Tony Miller Sr. We hope you have enjoyed this episode. Tune in next time for more insight on how to make your relationship better. If you have any questions, please email us at tmrelationshiptherapy@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. Until next time, remember, it takes two to make the relationship work.